Hey everyone, Noodle here. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, Scorched. That's right, Holiday Scorched kicks off today and it will run all the way through January 2nd. For those of you who are brand new to Fallout 76, Holiday Scorched is loads of fun. I will explain how it works. It's super festive and easy, much easier than running raids. So if you're tired of getting your ass kicked by giant robots and snakes and having your game glitch out on you all the time, Holiday Scorched is going to be a nice vacation from all that madness. It comes with its own rewards, which I will cover. And in this video, I will show you the best ways to maximize your chances of getting those rewards. So we'll talk about gift farming, best routes to get Holiday Scorched, and a few other tips and tricks on how to get your hands on those sweet Christmas gifts. Most events in Fallout 76 have a beginning and an end, and set times when the event runs. Holiday Scorched is one of the exceptions to the rule. The event itself is an ongoing experience that lasts for 2 weeks. During this time, any location that usually spawns Scorched may also spawn a small percentage of what are known as Holiday Scorched. You will recognize them by the jingle bell sound they emit and also by the colorful costumes that they are wearing. When you kill a Holiday Scorched, you'll collect a bunch of goodies from them, including gifts. There are 3 kinds of gifts: small, medium, and large. The small gifts are the feeblest. Usually you'll just get some ammo and some junk from those. The medium ones are more interesting. You'll get 25 to 500 caps from those, and a 90% chance of a 5 to 50 legendary script, in addition to plans. In a large gift, you will also get caps on legendary script. You will often get more ammo and more junk, and your chances of getting a rare plan are higher. These events run every year, and sometimes Bethesda runs it in the middle of the year as well, as they did in 2024. The list of rewards continues to grow. Every time this event runs, they just add a couple of more new rewards, but the previous ones remain. So for those of us who have done this a bunch of times, it may not be as appealing anymore because we own most of this stuff. But for anyone who's new to the game, this is a gold mine. For instance, we get a whole bunch of mounted heads, gorillas, megasloth, mothman, possum, beaver, fox, squirrel, Brahmin heads, red scorpion, like any Mylar king, any kind of a mounted head. The straw goat, it has been fixed. That's a really cool one. A whole bunch of glowing decorations and paper decorations. And for the new ones this year, we are getting 3 types of plastiform candy canes, 3 types of plastiform ornaments, and 3 types of plastiform stars. So again, up to you. Worth it, not worth it, just trinkets. You decide. Before we even go looking for Holiday Scorched themselves, the very first thing that you want to do during this event is set up your Santatron. During the Holiday Scorched events, the Santatron is always available in the Atomic Shop for free. If that's the case today, go to the Atomic Shop and grab it. I don't know when you're watching this video, that's why I'm saying if it's available for free in the Atomic Shop, go and grab it. If you already own this thing, you gotta dust it off and set it up in your camp. And I'm not kidding when I say you gotta dust it off. I pulled mine out and I gotta tell you, it was not working at first. I literally had to dust this thing off. I set him up and my Santatron was just standing there. And then he was just glitching there from left to right. And then he disappeared completely. He just would not walk. After a few minutes of moving him around my camp and deploying and redeploying him, he finally started working. So if you were having any kind of glitch issues with your Santatron, just try taking it away and putting it back in. Apparently they do get dusty. If, like me, you don't actually like the look of the Santatron and find robots annoying and clunky, you don't have to live with the damn thing. You can deploy whatever Collectron you like and just set it to collect Christmas gifts as long as you have the Santatron in your inventory. So me, I own the Santatron. If I don't want to look at him, I can just deploy my dog and tell my dog to collect Christmas gifts. I also suggest that you lock your Collectron so that other people don't come by and collect your gifts, because they will. But don't stop at setting up your Santatron in just your camp. Set them up everywhere. Set up franchises. Go and claim as many workshops as you humanly can and set up a Santatron in each and every one of them. That is a quick and easy way to farm holiday gifts. If you are a Fallout First member, you can do this in the private world, and then you don't even ever have to deal with other people trying to take your workshops and your Santatrons. But it's absolutely possible in the public world as well. Just make sure to, protect your Santatron. Maybe build a wall around it. Maybe put a lot of turrets around it. Honestly, if you have 3 or 4 of these set up and you play for a few hours, you'll get a ton of gifts. But some people go all out and literally claim every single workshop in the game. This event is going to run for such a long time. You have more than enough days and hours and workshop events to set up a few of these and collect a whole bunch of gifts. Me, I like running this event for the ammo above all, especially now that we're also doing raids. We don't get ammo during raids. Even when you succeed and complete a raid, the amount of ammo that we get as a reward is laughable. Raids are an ammo dump. Therefore, any chance that I get to collect a little bit more ammo, I will take. And for that, I like to run a very quick and easy forest route to actually kill the Holiday Scorched up close and personal, starting from Wavy Willard's Water Park. This is actually my #1 favorite location for Holiday Scorched. It's way the hell up north and isn't really near anything. And there are no free travel stations in that area either, which makes this a not so popular location. That's great for us. One of the biggest challenges in this event is having to compete with all the other players. You will often arrive at a location that looks great just to discover that everyone's already dead. And there are only so many times you can bounce servers before the game just stops being fun. So plan your route smartly. On my route, I will show you locations where I always get lots of loots, as well as locations that may seem desirable but actually tend to just be too popular during these events. So, Wavy Willard's, huge success. Large holiday gift on my first kill. And I got like 5 Holiday Scorched here. My next stop is usually Tyler County Fairgrounds. I won't make you sit through every single one of my 17 stops on this route, but I will point out some of the best and some of the most disappointing ones. Morgantown Airport, for instance, if you're not running the collision course event there, 90% of the times, huge disappointment. But only during the Holiday Scorched event. In normal times, this is my go-to location for Scorched. These days, during Holiday Scorched, it's everyone's go-to location. It just gets too popular. It's like Grand Central Station. So, looks promising on the map. In reality, I usually just skip over it on my route. Helvetia is going to be another one of those overpopulated areas, especially right after Fastnacht. So, check it out, but don't hold your breath. Sutton, on the other hand, even though it's really close, is usually a big success for me. This little hidden area right here, I always get at least 2 or 3 Holiday Scorched here. Some relay towers have Scorched and usually don't attract a lot of players. But sometimes they also don't attract a lot of Holiday Scorched either, so relay tower, hit or miss. Worth a detour in my opinion though. Poseidon Power Substation and Poseidon Energy Plant are both great locations. You're very likely to get 5 to 10 Holiday Scorched or more between these 2 places. They're just teeming with Scorched. So even if other players run through, they will always miss quite a few of them. Remember to listen for those jingle bells. Don't just look for the costumes. I find all of my Holiday Scorched just by sound. I like to make a detour all the way down here to Camden Park. Much like Wavy Willard's, it's a bit out of the way for most people, so it tends to be pretty quiet. You can easily get 5 or 6 Holiday Scorched here. And then I like to end my route with this whole cluster around the lake. And this route strategically ends between my camp and White Spring. Keep in mind though, if a location is instanced, meaning if you have to enter solo or as team leader, if you have to go through that door that takes you into a separate new world, the holiday Scorched will not spawn inside. You will still get a buttload of Scorched, but none of them will be holiday. So if you see one of those magical doors, don't bother. Scorched are a very common enemy in the game. You're bound to run into them just by wandering around Appalachia, doing your dailies, or following the story missions. But if you want to get your hands on many Scorched at once to maximize your chances of getting these sweet, sweet gifts, there are a few ways to find Scorched gatherings. One way is to trigger and enter a Scorched Rich event. My favorite is Collision Course. This event can be triggered at Morgantown Airport. If you arrive here and see this pillar of smoke, that means that someone just ran the event and it needs time to reset. Just come back later. If you see this and are able to start the event, you're golden. What you'll get here are 5 waves of Scorched. That's a lot of Scorched. A few of them are bound to be holiday, right? Don't mind the Scorched Beast. It just flies overhead, it doesn't actually ever attack. This event is not very difficult at all. I often complete it by myself. The more people at the event though, the more enemies the game will send at you. So consider that as well. More enemies means more chances to encounter holiday Scorched. Another way to attract a swarm of Scorched is to visit fissure sites. Here you may have to face some Scorched beasts though, so again, consider going with a group of friends or joining a team that's already there if you need some extra firepower, and also to attract a ridiculous number of Scorched. I'm here alone this early morning, and still I see some of these guys are in costumes. I actually got quite a few gifts on this small fissure run. All of the tips that I'm sharing with you today are both for solo play and team play. It's all up to you how you like to do this, but just know that you can absolutely do all of this alone and at a low level, at any level, and still make out like a bandit. Now you know how to set up your Santatron, how to farm holiday gifts, how to run a quick and easy forest route that will only take like a few minutes to a half an hour. You know how to lure the holiday Scorched, and how to summon a whole bunch of them. There are of course many other locations where the holiday Scorched spawn. If the forest route isn't your cup of tea, I like to use this map called Appalachia. Here's the link to it, and this particular screen shows you all the Scorched locations and the concentrations of Scorched. Looking at this map, we can see clusters of spawn points that look very promising. Instead of jumping all over the map hitting just the big targets, I suggest planning a route that's near your camp or workshop or that of a teammate. If you collect all on your killing spree, you will quickly get fat. And it's nice to be able to swing by your house or teammate's house and freshen up a bit before the murder run continues. So, if you're generally located in this area here, you may want to take a route like this. Doesn't have to be any longer than 7 or 8 stops. This will take you about 15 minutes and will get you a handful of gifts, with a high chance of getting at least one large gift. If you're in this area here, you may consider a route like this, for instance. If you're way over in the east in the mire, I like going from north to south following this general route. I hope you found this video entertaining, inspirational, and educational. Don't forget to actually open those holiday gifts. A lot of people walk around with like a dozen of them. Opening them is the most fun. Thank you so much for watching. Super special thank you to all of our channel members and patrons for supporting this channel. Don't forget that next week, on Tuesday the 24th, we're having our very special Christmas live stream. It will run a little bit longer than usual, and we will have a secret Santa in the audience. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and actually active in the live stream for a chance to win a membership. Thank you so much for watching. Noodle Pants, one half of Game Aviator. And until next time, stay safe out there, Vault Dwellers.
Where the shadows creep and sway, lies a land of rusted dreams, where the brave dare not stray. Appalachia, oh, it's a treacherous ride, with dangers untold and nowhere to hide.